This sequence of movements is danced entirely standing. So if possible, you want some space without any furniture around you, where you have space to move backwards and forwards a little bit, and also side to side. If you don't have that much space, then you're going to adapt and restrict the movement a little bit to stay in whatever space you do have that's safe for you to move in. Now this sequence starts with free time, so there's an invitation for you to move in the space as you would like during that free time. I'll give you a suggestion that in that movement you imagine that you are dreaming, asleep and dreaming, and that your movements take you on a dreaming pathway in the space. And then we come together to do some movements together. And when that happens, our first movement is a gathering in, and I'm going to suggest you imagine that you're gathering yourself into bed and gathering the covers and the cushions around you. And then that you give yourself a nice, gentle, swaying rocking from side to side. And then we repeat that again. Gathering in, maybe imagining that you're gathering in the covers around you. And then a gentle rocking, swaying from side to side. From there, we imagine that we are in a dream. And in this dream, a tree grows tall. You'll notice that there's imagery that goes throughout all the sequences. So here we have our lengthening tree. Our tree is going to widen a bit to have branches and roots. And then from there, one branch is going to reach that bit further up into the space. A branch reaches, and then the other branch reaches, and then you gather that back into yourself. The tree lengthens and grows tall again. It widens again, but this time your arms become roots down towards the earth. And this time it's your roots that reach downwards and downwards and gather back in. From there we switch our dreaming image of the tree into our image of the sails unfurling from the mast. So from this gathered place, both your sails are going to unfurl. But as they do so, if you are comfortable to turn, you're going to take a little turn on the spot, unfurling your sails while turning. From there, you're going to imagine that the wind is going to blow you one way, in one direction, and then it takes you in the other direction, and it takes you a couple of steps in that direction. If you don't have space, then don't travel anywhere. When we get to this place, our arms fall back in again so that we can repeat that, but we're going to turn and travel the other way. So arms are going to unfurl from the mast. We take our little turn on the spot. The wind blows us one way and then the other way, and we take a couple of steps that way, or not, depending on your space. From there, we turn our image again. Remember our image of the angel with angel wings out behind us. Well, our angel is going to retreat backwards into a cave to contemplate. And then our angel is going to advance forwards towards the light and then stroke one of their lovely wings and stroke another wing. And then we repeat that. The angel retreats back into a cave to contemplate, advances forwards and upwards to the light, and strokes a wing, and strokes a wing. And lastly, we simply gather ourselves back in again and give ourselves that lovely rocking motion. Now that's all the movements. At that point in the music, there will be an invitation back into free time. So with that invitation, you can move as you wish again and go back into your dream world and explore that in whatever way you desire. When I bring us back in together, we gather ourselves back in again and we rock ourselves gently again. And then we go through all those movements one more time. So those movements will be the lengthening tree that widens with its branches upwards, that reaches a branch, reaches the other branch and gathers back in. Our lengthening tree that widens downwards towards the earth. Our roots reaching downwards and gathering back in. Now change the image, change the dream to the sails unfurling. Sails unfurl as we take a little turn. Wind blows us one way, wind carries us the other way. We repeat unfurling those sails and take your turn in the opposite direction. Only turn if you feel comfortable to do so. Wind takes us one way, wind carries us the other way, back into our hug. From here, change the dream, change the image into the angel retreating, the angel advancing to stroke one of its wings and stroke the other wing. Retreat to contemplate, advance towards the light and stroke one of those wings and stroke one of those wings. And then just gather yourself back into yourself again and rock yourself to finish. Those are all the movements for this sequence. Take them at your own pace, do them in your own way, adapt as needed for your body and for the space around you.